love to hear. Drink a good deal of it, make a good meal of it, stick to your old-fashioned beer. Now don't be afraid of it, drink till you're made of it. Now all together a cheer.
Hey folks, it's Mark here once again, your one-take beer reviewer, the guy who writes about Chicago's craft beer scene at beeronaut.com. Back in the basement to talk about another beer that has been sent to me for my review, and I need to try to get this one in because I had to turn off the air conditioning since the air conditioning unit is just outside this room and would make a hell of a noise once it starts up. So as I said, this has been sent to me. This is the Sapporo Premium Beer. You probably recognize their uniquely shaped cans. This has been in the news lately since this was sent to me. Sapporo, which already owns Anchor Brewing out of San Francisco, has just made a deal to purchase controlling interest in Stone Brewing out of San Diego and with a brewery in Richmond, Virginia, with the idea that they will eventually be making some of their Sapporo in the States at the Stone sites. But for now, this one is actually from Vietnam. And I've had the Sapporo maybe last time about 10 or so years ago. Wasn't too crazy about it, but that's always the chance you take with imports, is that they might have been sitting around for a long time. So could this. But we're just going to give it a try, and tried to find a glass that's appropriately sized for this 22-ounce can. And of course, they have glassware that looks just like the can. This is, in fact, the oldest existing German-style brewery in Japan, and they are supposedly the biggest importer of beers among Asian breweries to the United States. So anyway, that fills in the background information. Got to just stack these up next to one of the Foster's tin cans, I think. But anyway, here we go. Well, this is a little less pale. It may be hard to tell in the light, but there is a little more gold color to this than in some very light style lagers. And I managed to pour in a very big head. I may just have to speed this up while we watch it settle for a couple of seconds, minutes here. But first off, it does kick off a nice light malty smell. All the information I can find says it is made with just malt and hops, barley malt and hops. I would not wonder if there were not some adjunct like corn and rice. And again, because it's made in several countries, there may be some local variation to it. One website I saw mentioned sorghum for African consumption. Well, it's a nice little stiff head that kicks up here. And if I can try to hold this a little closer to the light, it's a lot lighter than it looks like here on this that I see on the screen. Yeah, I'm just going to speed up the camera while the head settles down a little bit so I can finally get a sip out of this. Boom, boom, boom. There is something to be said for a stiff head, so I'm told. Well, when you're dealing with the very light lagers, especially the international light lagers that or are more like the American pale lagers, that sort of thing, you can't really expect too much to really stand out and smack you in the face. This has been chilling in my fridge, and I do get some rather decent beer taste. I think the mouthfeel comes across as a little bit thin and watery, but at least there's no oversweetened adjuncts to distract from it. Yes, as the foam settles down and I'm not sucking it in, it becomes a little more filling. But again, it is a pretty much standard light beer for your summertime enjoyment. They also sent some light Sapporo beers, so we'll be writing those up along with the article that goes with this video. But anyway, once again, it's the Sapporo Premium Beer. Again, until they get some American brewing going. The ones that come into America are either made in Canada or, in this case, from Vietnam, not from Japan. So I guess they're feeding their own market instead. So anyway, this is Mark, your one-take beer reviewer, the guy on beeronut.com, saying I'm Prost.